Hello everyone, this is Jinkou. In this video I will attempt to show you how to add my multifruit pack to almost any map and what you need to do to make this possible. So first of all, you have to have downloaded the pack. I have it right here unzipped. I already converted the density map fruits GDM, now it's a PNG. For the map I will add multifruit, will make the horse aggravation one, and soon enough we'll have the Silveran Forest too. The both of those maps will be published on my each page. So first of all, open the multifruit pack and I set a file that says readme first. So let's see what I wrote here. Unzip the map and enter the folder. Open the map I3D with Notepad or Notepad++ and search for foliage multilayer and check how many channels the group with the crops has. So let's go to the map I want to edit, horse aggravation, map I3D, open with text edit on my part on macOS, but you must open with Notepad on Windows. And I said search for foliage multilayer. So here we go. You can have many foliage multilayer groups. One is for decorations and so on. But this with the crops. Here we have only 10 channels and compression channels 5. So we have a 10-5-5 formation. We need 12-6-6. If your map has this, you need to convert the fruits GDM as shown in the previous video. For some maps have already set their map for multifruit. I have here, for example, the Etruria from Edmond. If you go inside the I3D, search for foliage multilayer, you will see here he already prepared for multifruit even higher. I think he can add about 128 fruits. I don't know if the game can manage so many, but he has 14 channels with 7 compression channels. But 12-6-6 is enough, and that Python script shown in the previous video will do the part. The second thing you must check, let's see what I wrote here. Like I said, if it's 10-5-5, you have to convert. If it's 12, you're ready to go. The same applies to terrain detail height. Let's see. I'm on Etruria, why not? Maps, open with. I should have selected this. Open. Okay, terrain detail height. We have on Etruria 16 channels with 8. 14 with 7 would suffice. So he already prepared the map for multifruit, so no problem here. The problem would have with Etruria is when opening the map XML. Let's see where it is. I don't know where it is. Might be here. Yes, here it is. In the map XML, you can see that he has his own field types. Well, let's see where it is. Look here. It has its own fruit types and field type because he has apples and some products. If you want to add the multifruit here, you would have to change the addresses to my multifruit pack, and after that adding the new fruit types and the field types to those files. I will probably show in another video, so make sure the map is simple, no additional field type, because it gets complicated from this. But I wanted to show you that you first have to check the map I3D to not worry about converting the GDM if it's already converted. Let's delete it because we won't do nothing with this. So, as we saw, the horse aggravation is base game, so none of the files will have the GDMs converted, the heights GDM and the fruits GDM. For the fruits GDM, as I told you, you need to use that GRLE converter from Giants and the Python script to make it with 1266 channels. I leave it PNG because I need to show you how to change the channels too in the map I3D. So let's go back to the readmes first. Add the multifruit folder in the root folder and modify the lines in modDesc, map XML, map I3D as shown in my tutorial, this tutorial. So this is it for the readme first. We have the map, and as it's shown, as it's titled here, you must open the folder and leave it right there, because the multifruit pack must be copied or moved here in the root folder. Now, if you place it in another folder, you will mess it up because all these files have the addresses set to the root folder. So, next, add this to the map I3D. Before we add the lines we need to add, we have to add the GDMs. I forgot this step. In the map and data, you'll have the height and the fruits, which I deleted because I need it here. Those two are base game and won't work, so you have to add the first GDM. I set it apart to not confuse them, but this is the name they needed: density map fruits. Now it's a PNG. In the process we'll convert it to GDM again. For the height, I already added expanded blank heights GDMs. Because horse aggravation set 2x map, we'll copy this, delete the original, and rename it to only heights. So we solved the problem with the height. We half solved the problem with the fruits. We'll later convert back to the GDM. I already shown that in the previous video as well. So now we have prepared the map, at least the files needed for Multifruit. Open the map I3D with Notepad. Of course, I forgot to select Open Always. And let's see the next step. As this says, I already know the steps, but I wanted to make it as easy as I can with my stupid pronunciation of English. So let's type again foliage multilayer. Foliage M. It's right about. Here are the crops. We'll have to change, because we added the modified fruits GDM, back to 12, 6, 6, as I converted the PNG. And to the terrain height GDM now. Of course, terrain. Why? I'm missing something. Detail height. Of course. So stupid. Detail height. Here, as I said, it needs to be 14, and all the 6's you see here must be made into 7. Let the cell size 8, the cal layer 2, this doesn't matter. Only where you see 6, you have to change it to 7. And save it. Now, the next thing we have to do is to search for fruits point GDM. Don't tell me I already changed to PNG. Yes. Oh, the map is set like this. Odd for giants, because all the maps have these files as GDM, not PNG. But for the map to load the PNG that is it's now in the data folder instead of the GDMs, you have to change it to PNG. So let's correct the giant's problem and make all GDM except the fruits, because it's a PNG now. It's not a GDM. And we'll convert it later. Later means after saving now. So saving, quit. Now we prepare the map. Also, you can see that I changed the name of the map with a underbar multifruit to differentiate it from the original map. Let's start the game. For some reason I was disconnected from internet. Doesn't matter. So here, when you save, let's search for harsh aggravation. I already changed the name in the modDesc, but this doesn't matter. You can leave the original name. So, new farmer. Let's continue. Deselect all. We'll leave only the DLCs. And we'll need to select, as shown in the GDM tutorial video, the easy developer control mode, because will help us to convert the PNG into GDM. Yes, select the dependencies and start. In this case, is harsh aggravation pack. If these steps work made correctly, the map should load without any problem. And you can check for problems on foliage to see the deco foliages, if it is okay, the crops. So everything looks as it should, as you see. So now, open the easy development control. So hard to pronounce. Get on the fields farmland, set field fruit, set field ground, set on the ground type to plowing or cultivation, set to remove foliage. You can select clear high types, but it doesn't matter. And you have to select on fields all. Get confirm. Take a while because I selected all the fields. Get out. You can check the PDA to see if is there no crop. Now create a save the game. This will create a save game folder. Now going out of the game, opening the save game location. Ours was 4, I believe, and let's check if the map is correct. Yes, harsh aggravation. Select the fruits GDM. I'll move it to the desktop. Let's get rid of Steam. And now going back to the harsh aggravation folder, in the map, the data, we can delete the fruits PNG and get back the GDM. Now because we have added the GDM in the map I3D, we need to change back to GDM as it should. I believe if you let PNG and you have a GDM file, the map still will work, but I want to make sure. So we've prepared the map for Multifruit. Now let's get back to adding the needed lines. So This is the step 3. Opening the map I3D with Notepad. Search for foliage width. So here are the crops right at the beginning. Very simple. As you see, now the map takes the foliages from the data folder. We'll need to add it to take it from our folder. For the base game crops that need changing, you have to leave the file ID the same as is in the map. So for width we have 588, we leave it like it is, no changing there, only the address. So the address for width is like this. Copy and paste. The same we have to do with all the listed crops here. Rice long grain. Let's see where it is. Barley. The first one. Canola. Grass. Maize. This is corn. Oat. Sorghum. Sunflower and soybean, because we changed already the weight. And soybean. It is. I'm blind. Nice, I can seem to find soybean. It's easy, we'll just search for it, because now appears I'm blind. Soybean. That's interesting. Horse aggravation doesn't have soybeans. Doesn't matter. We'll add it later. Usually, all the crops are present. So, it's something new. Right, now the base game are modified. Don't forget about the soybeans. We will add the new crops. Just copy the entire thing and place it anywhere you want, but to easy access right after the base game crops. Now we have all the new crops added. Let's make another line here. 79, and will be normal soybean, because for some reason horse aggravation doesn't have soybean, at least in the I3D. I think it will still work. I don't know for sure. So save it. Now going back to the foliage multi-layer, where we'll add the new crops, and the base game crops will stay the same because we used the maps file IDs. I made sure in this add to this map I3D to have the same file ID for each crop, so won't mess the crops. So I copied the whole thing, foliage multi-layer. Here where are the crops, just paste it, the new crops, because I need to add the base game soybean. And I changed the ID with the following number. Save it. Now this step is optional, but mandatory if you want to publish the game on ModHub. But as I told in the description, you would have to get rid of tobacco and hemp, I think, and all the products like alcohol and such a thing, because Giants won't accept this kind of things on ModHub. So after finishing and saving the I3D, you can open it in Giants editor. I don't have access on macOS. Look in the log first to see if it is any error. Then if it's not none, just save the I3D with Giants editor, and all these 5 digits IDs will get in order, like the base game, only 3 digits, because you can't search the map to see which number is the last and only add 3 digits. I made sure to add a 5 digits number, and that for sure won't confuse the game with the same file ID on the crop and something placed on the map. So let's save it, as I said, and quit. Now we finished with the map I3D. The next step is add this to the map XML. Here's simpler. Open the map XML. So we need to change the addresses for the bales, fruit types, field types, density map height types, motion path effects, spray types. Let's see where this is located. So bales file name. I forgot to tell you, if it's a base map, base game map with only base game field types and crops, probably you won't have some lines, and you'll have to add it. So let's do that now. So the bells file is present, just change the address. The motion path effects is here, just change the address. or and then copy the new types. But for easy access, just do this, select all, select these two and paste it. That will add all without the hassle I did it before. For some reason Meadow is listed in the map XML, but I will leave it here because it will send to the base game and I don't have Meadow in my Multifruit. Now we have to change the animals XML. As I shown you in the Riverbend Springs edit, you can leave it base game if you don't want the animals to eat twice and produce twice as much. But the Multifruit animal food address must be changed, because otherwise you can't feed the animals with the new crops. So this is changed as well. Now we have to search for additional files. Let's see, where are they? Here. And after the last line and before ending the group additional files, we have to add the new effects needed for the Multifruit. The lavender effects, onion, peanut, and belt meshes for the onion and peanut, I believe. So this is it. Save. Quit. Now we'll have to edit the modDesc as well. So going back and edit it. I think I've already added myself as co-author of the map because of the Multifruit and changed the titles, but this doesn't matter. Unfortunately for me, these have a fine language pack, but I will show you how to change it to mine. First of all, right after the version line are the following: contributors, myself and all that helped with their prefabs to make this pack. So here, after the version, paste the contributors. Now add the following lines to the store items, because the map itself, I saw it has store items. We'll copy and place it right here. If not, you have to add the store items group as well. So let's copy all of these from the store items and paste right here. Now this map has already a dependency, and as you know it, I've added dependencies myself for helping with the map conflicts, but you can't not add this line, because if you don't want to play with modDesc high types by map mode, it helps and messes around with things visually, and it's not perfect, but I chose to use it because it's better than having mod conflicts and not being able to build alfalfa or straw. Let's get back here. After maps group and before the modDesc line are the following. I think this doesn't matter where it is, because in the horse multifruit I saw it is up here. So we'll have to add our translation, and we'll get back later to add the maps language file lines to our files. So now we'll have to add these placeable specializations that is needed for the slaughterhouse after the store items. These lines are not required, it's just for me to make it easy to the eye when searching for things in the modDesc. Now the scripts needed for the multifruit to work: a file type limit increaser, the bunker silo that allows to ferment also alfalfa, clover, organic waste, the maize straw script that allows to make straw from maize. This one is for the slaughterhouse. This one is for precision farming, to allow compost and other things to precision farming. And this one is for the livestock trailer, to allow for chickens. So here, paste the extra source files, the scripts. The dependencies, I've added them already. And the brands, if you don't add the line for the brands, you'll get errors, mostly warnings in the log. Make sure you have the modDesc ending line, save it and quit. Now you have the map prepared and with multifruit. So let's test it out. As I said, we have to add these lines to the language files. Again, I will show you just for English, but it needs to be added to all the languages, otherwise that language will have errors in the game when showing some names or instructions. So let's start the game. Let's delete the save game we used the first GDM and start a new one. Deselect all, select what modes you want. Now you don't need necessarily the easy development control, but I will select it to show, to test the multifruit. Get start. It will say that it need to load the dependencies, the horse aggravation pack, the high type limit by map, and sugar beet and potato harvester. This one I've added because you can use my modified sugar beet harvester for onion and peanuts, and you can do all root crops with it if you have this mode enabled. This is why I've added it as a dependency. So select them, because otherwise you can't start the map, and let's see if it's all okay. Start. As you see, nothing crazy happens. The log seems clean, at least for now. When I did many mods, errors still might occur because a lot of things was changed. Here we have, let's see, we have flax. So the multifruit works. For some reason I saw that sometimes this doesn't work. I don't know what is the reason. As you see, here says is mastered. Let's check. Now it shows correctly that is mastered, and the rest even doesn't want to show the flags and other colors. Here is rye, so it's correct. I have no idea what's happening, and all of that start happening after the latest patch. So here is the onion, not here. Here is the dried peas, and for some reason the dried peas even won't show. So sorry for that. If I will find a fix for this mismatch in the colors in the PDA, I will update the maps and the prefab as well. So let's test the high types as well to make sure nothing is wrong. Width, here it is, looks okay. Let's change it to the first person. Looks okay. Fermented alfalfa, looks okay. So the high types works as well. So here it is, simple as that. Not quite simple, but as simple as I could make it. Now this won't be necessary. As I tell you, I will show you how to add the necessary lines back to the language file. So in the multifruit folder, add the language. Here are the maps lines. Here are mine. So English, I think I missed some languages. We'll see. English, what the heck is this? It's the first time I've seen this kind of of code, but it's easy. We'll copy the elements group, open the language file from the Multifruit in the map. You see I have texts, not elements, so at the end are texts again. So before the ending of the language line, we'll paste those elements and should work. Because my game is Romanian, let's get the elements for Romanian S2 to check it if I miss it something. So Romanian. And so on and so forth for every language present in the Multifruit folder. Let's check again the game. I have no idea where to check, but we'll see. Because I didn't play it on horse aggravation. I think in FS25 a little. So horse aggravation. Let's get started. I will leave all the modes because it doesn't matter. No, this is sample drive. So let's see. I think this is one. Let's check in the Romanian language. Yes, magazinul Copacul de Tisă, magazinul Câmpul Înnoroiat. Nah, this is the lines we needed to add. So we corrected that as well. Let's close the game. Now, in this last part of the tutorial, let's show you again. Of course, I deleted the Multifruit. Let's get back the Etruria because I want to show you. If you added the Multifruit back, let's say, no, not like this. Let's copy it from here because I move it. Let's say we want to add Multifruit to Etruria. We've made all the modification in the I3D and as in the XML and the modDesc. But if you see here, in the XML, the map has its own files, the effects and all this. It's will get complicated, but I recommend the fruit types, fill types, spray types to copy it, to reroute it to my Multifruit folder, and after adding the Multifruit, just do this. So let's see where are the files. Spray types, fill types, fruit types, and height types. This one is from Etruria. These files are from Etruria and will have have to add it to the multifruit. So high types. For some reason he has all the base game as well. Let's search it for the new ones. Grade B, we have this as well. Apple, digestato solido, scartuva, sansa, compost we have. So only the new ones that weren't there will add it to the XML in the multifruit. Just before the ending lines. So save it, quit it, and do this with all the new things. He uses the FS25 method, as I see. So let's search for Apple, and here are the new fruits. We have grade B, so won't add those. Select all the new field types. We have compost, but we can delete it later because it's easier to select all. So here, all the field types. Let's open the field types. We can add it at the end or at the beginning, it doesn't matter. So, as I said, we have already compost. So we'll need to delete it. Now we haven't finished with the field types because we have categories. Here things get complicated because we'll have to see what is base game and delete it to make it easier to paste. All this is base game. Now in FS25 you don't have to list the base game field types in the new field type XML. So now snow, road, salt, stone, compost we have. So these ones are the new field types for the bulk category. Copy, get to the end, paste it on the bulk, make sure to have the space, and the same will apply to all these lines. Just check for the new field types added. Most of them will be in the silo, shovel, I believe, apple, at the selling station, the products, wine red, wine white, grape white palette, so on and so forth. Save it and quit it. I won't go with this. At fruit types, let's see what is new. I believe something regarding apples, but I doubt it. Oh, he has summer wheat and summer barley for some reason. And the XML is copied for NF Mars, and I think is no folder like this here. So I think fruit types is okay, you don't need to copy anything. And spray types, I believe Edmond added this spray types, and for some reason Scartuva and Sansa is cancelled. I have no idea, but solid digestate you can copy it in the multifruit spray types, where I have compost as manure, and you cannot digestato solido. But this, in this case, won't work with precision farming. So copy the field type, open the precision farming, search for compost, and here you'll have to do this. I will paste this here because I will forget how it's called. Copy the application rate and change it with this one instead of compost. Here as well, fertilizer usage, paste, and that digestado solido. Now it should work in precision farming as well. In a map as complicated as Etruria, even though you don't have to convert the fruits GDM and add the heights GDM from my pack, I think many more things could be messier and won't work. So if you don't know basic XML editing, I recommend not to mess with complicated maps. Just add multifruit to easier ones that have only base game fruits in them and you want to play with multifruit. So this is it. Of course I will have to edit all the language files, and I will change the icon and the display to make it personalized. For only for gaming yourself, you don't have to make those changes, only what I showed you here. So I hope I was explaining well. I hope you understand what you have to do, and if you have troubles, just ask in YouTube comments or on my each page, and we'll try to help you if I somehow missed something to explain here. Have a nice day. Thank you for supporting me, and hope you enjoyed the Multifruit pack.